Good morning, everybody. Okay, so today I've got a lot to talk about. We've got to dive right in, and I got an important topic I want to talk about. So yesterday, myself and a couple of other big YouTubers got in a little debate. A debate on YouTube and basically how creators should start their channels and try to grow here on YouTube. I got a lot of respect for those YouTubers, and they know a lot about what they're talking about. But I think there's a few reasons where they're kind of missing the point. So on YouTube, there's two sides that you gotta kind of look at. One is the analytical side, the algorithmic, and that kind of stuff. And then there's the doing side, the side where you're like actually out there doing what you preach. Okay, so you can look at algorithms all you want, but sometimes you gotta get out there and you gotta do it. So when I hear experts talk, I really like ask myself maybe like 4 questions, or I think 4 questions should be tossed to the viewer. First one of those is the YouTuber's like past, his journey, because there's a difference between how like a how-to channel will grow and how maybe a vlogger or an adventure junkie or anything like that might grow. I feel like they're basically 2 different sides of the subject. Primarily because like my channel, when I started this channel, I was basically trying to go out and make things happen, capture it. I was documenting the journey, like Gary Vee would say. And then I would, put it into like whatever I could cinematically and put it back out there. So like I couldn't really tell you before I went what was actually gonna happen. Like, was I gonna fall out of my kayak or catch a fish? Like, or was a boater gonna run over somebody? Like, that was like the hardest parts of a vlogger, adventure person versus I already know my script when I sit down. If you're, getting a lot of your information from a video creators, love that guy, Tim Schmoyer does great stuff, or like a Brian G. Johnson or a Sonny. Like, if you're getting your information from that, it's hard to grasp that and put it into like a vlog or any type of experience channel. Like, if you're an adventure junkie, it's really hard to have a handcrafted template of what you're about to make. So if you're trying to get advice from channels that are how-tos, it's really hard to gauge that for like a vlog because they're not doing that. They're doing something else. So remember, kind of got to look at your journey, your past, and then figure out how to recreate where you want to be. Number 2, I think is really important because passion and personality will trump any type of cameras, lighting, things like that. You got to be passionate. You got to be able to get that across the camera. You got to get it across the threshold, no matter whether you're using a GoPro, an iPhone, or a Canon 80D. But those that tell you that it doesn't matter, well, it really kind of does. At first, it's not. But when you get to a certain level, it is going to matter, and it's going to get you to the next level. It's like a business. You got to invest as you go up. Because when I started this channel, all I had was passion. That's it. And personality. I really hadn't crafted the personality yet. I was still camera shy. So I can't really tell you the best way, but I can tell you how I did it and what worked for me. And what worked for me was putting passion and documenting my journey as I went. Documenting over creating, because I was way better at documenting things that were unfolding than I was at actually putting a script together and going out there and actually doing it. Is YouTube crowded? And I would say no. Casey Neistat hit it right on the head when he said, no, it's not crowded because it hasn't been your story yet. Your story is the most important one. And you can go out there and recreate almost anything in your way, and it's totally different. It's a new concept, it's a new thing. So that's really the next one, is finding your story. What makes you and your story different? So don't listen to everybody out there saying you've got to do it this way. You've got to find what makes you, you, and do it that way. You got to find your vibe, everybody. You got to start out by doing you. Like, Everybody said I was wrong. Even the people over there doing our cable deal says that I film wrong. But I'm still out here making videos, and that's the key. You gotta be aggressive and not passive. Get out there and do it. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a new attempt at the YouTube machine. The number 4 step is to perfect your craft. It's to perfect you as a videographer, as a YouTuber, especially with equipment. It means getting an office. It means finding another collaborator to make you better. This guy, we toss ideas back and forth all day long. We've got the lights. Yeah, we're in this little office, but we used to have a bigger one, we promise. But I like this one, it's cozy.
House is not an asset. We're in a huge debate right now.
We're in a debate right now that a house is not an asset. The one you live in.
The house that you occupy as a person is not an asset. An asset puts money into your pocket on a monthly and or quarterly basis, and a liability takes money out of your pocket on a monthly basis.
It's all about cash flow, everybody.
A house takes money out of your pocket. Let's just call it what it is.
You heard it from Brant Peacher and Angler Up right there. Check out his YouTube channel. So what a lot of people don't understand about YouTube is there's no one real answer for what you should do on YouTube. You can't really, just follow some of these channels' how-tos. They can give you a little bit of knowledge, they can give you an idea and kind of a shove in the right direction. But along the journey, you're gonna figure out, this works, that doesn't work, I need to improve my game here. Just like playing baseball, basketball, if your swing sucks, you gotta improve it. That's what I'm trying to say here. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you have to have an office and all this stuff to start. I'm not saying that you need this stuff. You really don't. But at a certain stage, and you're trying to invest back into the growth of your channel or you professionally and things like that, you have to upgrade and you have to do things like that. Because truly, hard work and hustle will outdo like 90% of the people on this space and in life. Whether it's selling stuff on the streets or doing YouTube. Hard work and hustle will beat out a lot of your competition. That's really just a fact. But when you got hard work and hustle down, then just be a sponge and absorb everything you possibly can to make yourself better, more competitive on the platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. It's really a grind, and you're grinding everybody else in the ground by posting so much stuff. You're constantly there, you're constantly in people's face. But for me, I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed every bit of documenting my way through life, and for it to be here for everybody else to see and learn and help out with my experiences. I enjoyed the process. Since I like the journey, that's all that really mattered to me. Like, I was going to perfect myself. I was going to be here every day. I was going to, figure out where I could fit a video into my schedule and to chart out some really fun adventures. Like, that was just my personality. So I know I haven't really talked about anything about analytically because I think people really overdo the analytics of YouTube. Really, it boils down to creating content, making it better, sculpting your personality and how you are on camera, and really just throwing it to the wind. I was really good at throwing mud at the wall until I figured out my way, my journey, and said, that's what I'm gonna be, and this is who I am on camera and what I'm fixing to do. But I wanna say again, I'm not ditching any of the creators I talked about. I watch their channels, they're awesome. My opinion is just a little different, and I wanted to put it on camera in a professional way to where everybody might be able to get something out of it. That's it. But I'm announcing the Instagram winner for the Pin Fierce Reel tonight on my Instagram page. It's going up. Check it to find out if you won. But I don't know if y'all saw Jeff Bezos' ship is at the port. I checked it out yesterday. Here's what happened. Check this out. It's the rocket ship. I guess this is the one that they launched the rockets from. Jeff Bezos' oh, I just hit that. Jeff Bezos' ship. It's pretty cool. So when I heard this ship was down here, I saw it in the newspaper. I had to come down and look at it because, between Elon Musk shooting a rocket off and landing it on a ship, I guess they're gonna do the same thing with this one in like 2020. That's pretty cool. Or even just hauling them, like the idea of the moon race, the Mars race, that's kind of cool. And now it's become competitive amongst entrepreneurs to get there. That means it's a big deal. It's pretty cool. It's history right there. pretty big too. It's huge. What a lot of people don't know is Pensacola has one of like the deepest ports around here. Like it could do cruise lines, it could do, you know, a lot of big things. You used to bring aircraft carriers into NAS. So the pass is pretty deep. Do a lot of big things. That's why I'm surprised they don't do more of this in Pensacola. But if you did bring a cruise liner in here, the traffic would be horrendous. We all know how Miami is and Fort Lauderdale and Tampa. This little block here, I don't know if they could handle it.